Welcome to another episode in the Survival Forever world. Before we get started, first of all, don't forget to subscribe and like, and if you can, maybe join the Discord server, which is linked in the description. But now, before we get started, since this is episode 101, and I forgot to do what I wanted to do for episode 100 last episodes, I'm gonna explain what I want to do now. I'm gonna make a nice little room in this tower. Yeah, these two rooms are gonna be used for that. And every time someone comments, that name of the commenter will be put into the room. Yeah, you just need to comment your name or what you want to be put in a room or something. You could be put it just on a sign or in an item frame as a block or a certain item that you want. I'll put you in there, but make sure you're early for this because there aren't many spots for this left. Probably after this video, I hope so. So that's it for what we're gonna do today. I'm also gonna build a giant bridge here. So yeah, stay tuned for this video where I'm gonna build a giant bit. Okay, so let's get started. A couple of weeks ago, with this new kind of village type thing, farming region, on this side of the river, I've not really had any connection between the two areas. So that's what I'm gonna do this episode. We're gonna build a giant ass bridge. It's going to be a really big bridge. To connect this part of the world with this part of the world, and also this bridge will create some blockages where we're not gonna going to get building down below. But I'm gonna make like kind of docks here with a cute couple of houses. I will show you maybe somewhere in a live stream in a couple of weeks or so. So make sure you subscribe for that, so you don't miss that. But yeah, okay, let's get started with this bridge. I have already gathered every material we're going to need, such as chiseled bricks, chiseled tough bricks, stone bricks, mossy stone bricks, tough bricks, mud bricks, cracked stone bricks, and brick mud walls. So it's like ton we're going to need, like absolute massive amounts. I could have put it in there. Okay, let's not worry about anything. I'm gonna put these in there, something like this. A little bit more organized. So what I first want to do is make like kinda a stair over here next to this cliff part, where I'm able to get up and onto the bridge. So let's do that first by clearing a little bit of the flower beds we created a couple of episodes ago. I don't know when. We probably did it when we finished our giant trading hall next. That can go there. Okay, let me get some stuff. I also going to need a crafting table, so let me get that real quick too. Normally there's one in the creeper farm still. Yes, there is. Let's take that with us. And let's fly back. There's still more flowers here. Okay, I first need to get a couple of these stuffed bricks and make them into a bit of stairs. I also just need normal tough bricks. Like that, okay. Let's see how we can make this. Am I going to do 3 white or 2 white? 2 white. I'm gonna first of all, yeah, make it look a little bit nice. And it's already raining. Like, why is it always raining in here? Okay, let's do that. Then we're practically on the same level. Now we can put the stairs in. Why is there a zombie here? Die. Thank you. Maybe we'll make it. No, we're not gonna make it 3 white, aren't we? No, okay. I am going to use this dirt as a little bit of a kind of retaining wall still. So it's going to go like this, then up here we need to sort this out like that. Let's make it a little bit more natural. That goes back into a 3 white pot. So it's a cute little like staircase. It still needs some work, but we'll do that later. Now we need slabs, so we need to put these stairs back away. My lighter is almost broken. That's not well. Let's make a couple of slabs. That should be enough slabs. And let's get out our shovel. We're going to go up here, then slabs right there. We're gonna take this one out so we can put slabs like this. Then we're gonna move back to here. 3 more. Then we can get our dirt that we have in our inventory. We can put that there so we can work further. Now we have even more space to get up. And now we're up to the level we need. Now let's make the path completely to the bridge itself. And then I'll start building the bridge in a short time lapse. And then I'll explain what I'm doing. Oh yeah. I'll explain what I'm doing soon. Let me just get connection to the bridge right here. Perfect. So the bridge is gonna be situated right across here. Like that, beautifully. Okay, let me just real quick go to sleep and then we'll do a short time lapse for when I'm building. Okay, I have finished first main structure of the bridge itself. As you see, it's going to be an arch bridge. I have made a nice little arch here. There's going to be a big one over here and then another little one like this. But I've now done this entire first tower in little over 20 minutes. Which was pretty fast with all the texturing and everything. Forgot to do that side. I still need to do that side and the left side too. But I already wanna do a little bit of detailing. I forgot to make one tiny bit of thing. We need that too. Okay, now, in my original design there were these over here. Like this. Then there were that there, then another time that there, and that there. And then I'm actually gonna keep this layer like that. Oh, wrong button. We need to do that. Then we do the same on this side. Oh, need to do it right. And like that, so the underside looks like this. So it's nicely rounded off. And then I'll show you guys almost what it's completely like. Let me just dump some random blocks that are in my inventory because it's like an absolute mess in my inventory. And we're going to need that too. And then we're missing something. I completely forgot about spruce, as always. We do need some spruce in the bridge. Let me go gather that real quick. Let's see, do we have spruce? Oh yeah, we have a lot of spruce left. Okay, we'll take that with us. And we'll make some more stairs out of this too. Just for some good measures, we need to put this back, and we need that. Okay, I'm gonna make some more stairs now. Okay, like that. Now, the actual bridge design is going like this. I just need to see that I do it in order. And that I don't mess it up like this. Let's do the same already on this side. We'll see how we texture them. And then on these need to be these blocks. We're still missing some detailing, but I think that's only in that part. Yeah, okay, that's only in the big part of the bridge that I missed detailing. I thought I missed it in this one too. Okay, no, that's not a problem. Then we put the walls in here. Oh, that's weird walking like that. Okay, let's not do that again. Like that, and then the bridge should look really nice already. Oh yeah, okay, look at that. Bridge coming behind the trees. And we still need to texture that side, but we'll do it in a bit. Okay, the bridge is looking really nice so far. And then now I'll do the big parts in giant time-lapse. So yeah, I'll see you after the time-lapse. building for the second part is done. Now we just need to do the texturing, which is going to be, of course, a pain in the ass. We're not gonna do it on time-lapse, I'm just gonna cut to it real quick. But it shouldn't take too long. Yeah, okay, it's just the texture needs to be done. And transition time. Okay, I have completely done the texturing now. Okay, my fireworks are out. Let me just get fireworks here. But I have completely done the texturing. I find it quite nice. It's not the best texturing I've done, of course. I can do better at this, but it's just a bridge, just connection between two parts of the world. But I just noticed we forgot some things. All the details are not done yet, and we need to do that before we can move on to the last part of the bridge. So let me get back to my transition spot over here. Let's look at the exact same point, and okay, all the details are completely done. Also, the underside of the bridge is done too, as you can see. I still need to remove these scaffolding, but I've completely made all the design here, also that, and we also made the entire flooring of the bridge itself too. We also did that completely. Now we only need to make a little section still, and that's this. But as you can see, it's higher than the actual flooring there, so it's probably going to come around here. It will be right over here, then it will go down and connect to this spot over here, and then there are going to be in the future houses here and houses here along this entire line of this entire coastline. So that's what we're gonna do in a couple of episodes from now, maybe, I don't know. But now we need to finally make the last piece of the bridge. So let me real quick start doing that. Yeah, okay. Do I have everything in my inventory? I think I have everything in my inventory. Yes, I do have everything in my inventory. Okay, let's start. We need to see where exactly I need to start. That's there. Okay. 2 blocks under. I'm gonna add a little bit more of this right here. Oh, whoa, no, not fall down. Perfect. Okay, let's first do this. And make an entire new section where I can work a little bit more easily. You need to speak English, Elspeth. Okay, let's see. So it is actually 2, okay. Okay, I'm gonna build up another layer around here. Like this, then we do that. And then we do it for 3 blocks. And we go down again, and again. And then there's the actual pillar once again.
Okay, then we work out. Let's see. It's just a bit difficult to see here. It needs to be 4 blocks. Just right over here. Then let's 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that way. Now we make pillars just again. Let's see. Okay, now we need to do exact same thing over here. 3 blocks down. 3 blocks down. 2 blocks. 2 blocks. 1, 2, 3. I need to do that. Okay, that's this finished. Base structure is already finished, that was fast. Okay, now we need to texture. And let me real quick skip to that for when I've textured it. Okay, well the bridge is completely finished. But because this video would otherwise be way too long, we're not going to do the last parts where the houses are going to be in a later video. Right here, the connection. We're not going to do that yet. We're gonna do that another time before we build the houses actually. But I think that was it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to subscribe and like so you don't miss another episode of the Forever World. Also join the Discord server maybe if you can, which will be linked in the description. And also don't forget to subscribe if you want, and I always said to comment if you want, so you can be put in this little room which I told you about earlier in the video. So if you want to have a memorability of this world and want to be put in a room, then you should definitely comment. And that's it for today, guys. I'll see you next time.